What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Frank Warren. Frank Warren says that Tyson Fury is very disappointed. We'll see where it goes. Frank Warren, co-promoter for the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, has not spoken to his boxer since Monday's blow-up over the stalled negotiations to finalize a domestic clash with Anthony Joshua. The two sides were discussing the possibility of a showdown for December 3rd at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. On Monday, Fury posted several videos to social media where he declared the fight was off because Joshua had yet to return a signed contract. And of course, we heard him say, well, guys, it's D-Day. It's come and gone. It's past 5. No contract's been signed. It's officially over for Joshua. Forget about it, idiot, coward, shithouse, bodybuilder, blah, 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 blah. At the moment, Warren has offered no update on the matter because he's yet to speak with Fury. Fury would also proclaim that he would make a voluntary defense against the former WBA regular champion Mahmoud Char, who is riding a 5-fight win streak, but has also fought 5 times since 2016. That's Tyson's last word, and that's where we're at. I haven't spoken to him today. He's very, very disappointed. So we'll see, Warren told Talk Sports. For me, he's set a deadline that was 10 days after the sent contract, and a few people have said that it doesn't make sense, but it's 10 days. You get a transfer deadline in football, and sometimes there's a scramble last minute to get players and get over the line. That's what should have been happening. We'll see where it goes, but at the moment, I feel we are where we are with it. Those are the words of Frank Warren. Let me counterpunch. My first thing, if he hasn't spoke to Fury, he hasn't spoke to Fury since that Monday has passed. It's Wednesday. You know, how does he know if he's very, very disappointed? You know, and if that's something relayed to him by someone else, well, how fucking disappointed were you, really? I'm very, very disappointed. What are you disappointed on? You set your deadline. So how disappointed can you be? You stabbed yourself in the foot. You set a deadline for a fight that you claimed you wanted, a fight that you, I believe, kept moving the goalposts because you went from, hey, December 3rd, okay, take it or leave it. Then they agreed on December 3rd. They agreed on the split. That was the major things in the contract. But of course, when you have a management team, they have to take the time to look over that. They have already verbally agreed to the shit. So it wasn't like they didn't say we're not signing the contract. You heard Sunday Joshua say, of course I'm going to sign the contract. We know damn well Tyson Fury heard that message. If he didn't see it himself on social media, somebody saw it for him and told him about it. You know, all of a sudden from Saturday, you make a statement the night Joe Joyce knocked out your boy Joseph Parker and said, you know what? I don't think this is going to happen. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking optimistic, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give him to Monday. Well, you also know Monday that your side, BT, the network you fight on, was going to make a deal or was going to sit down with DAZN. Now, you knew that. So you can't pretend like you didn't know what the fuck was going on this whole time. Like, stop. That disappointment shit, he's very, very disappointed. Like, no. Because the first time ever I've seen confusion. I've seen a difference between what Frank Warren was saying and a difference between what Tyson Fury was saying. And then that disappoints me because I'm like, well, wait a minute. Which one is telling the truth? You're lying, or guess what? You both could be lying. Who knew? But to hear people say, oh, well, it looks good, it sounds good, and you hear Frank saying this, and then Tyson saying, you know what, I moved on. It's like, okay, you moved on. So why the fuck are you disappointed, really? You know, I'm moving on. That's just like this. That's just like, hey, I'm going to give you the Friday to give me a raise on my job, or I'm going to quit. Then Friday comes, and then you get back to him. Thursday, your boss says, you know what, we're going to work on that, but it's going to take past Friday. And then you saying, fuck that, you're going to have to do that by Friday because I said so. And then Friday, you quit. right? Because you said you're going to quit, cool. But then after that, you're like, man, I'm very disappointed that I quit that job because they wouldn't give me that raise. Well, motherfucker, if you wanted the raise really, you wouldn't have set a deadline for something you claim you wanted. That makes no sense. I don't care where you are. I don't care if it's been 10 days. And you heard him say, this is what Warren said. He said, Tyson's last words of where we're at, I've spoken to him. Wait, here we go. For me, he set a deadline that was 10 days after he sent the contract. And a few people have said that it doesn't make sense, but it's 10 days. You get a transfer deadline in football, which just ain't fucking football, right? And sometimes there's a last minute scramble, last minute to get players and get over the line. That's what should have been happening. We'll see where it goes. But at the moment, I feel that we are where we are with it. So he didn't even agree with that shit. Like he said, that doesn't make sense. So it was Frank's weird way of saying, you know what Tyson Fury didn't fucking make sense. But we're where we are with it because it's Tyson Fury that makes the choices or whatever ultimately. And that's where we're at. That's all he said. So for all the Fury fans and stuff like that, you can't say that Team Joshua was the one, oh, why do they hold negotiations? Why do they stall? That shit gotta be right. Okay, this isn't Dillian White. Bars. It's not as easy as people think it is. Because it's not up to that fighter, it's up to the fighter and the fighter, the network that the fighter works fights on. That's just like if DAZN, they offered him that. DAZN would have to get with BT, and if it was the other way around, this is what Tyson Fury. Well, we had to talk to BT, and BT had to be approved of it because I fight on BT, and that also fights on DAZN. So what the fuck do you want me to do? That would have been what it was. And if he didn't want it, that's what he's doing. It's a smokescreen. He knows that my people have to talk to his people, and we have to get together. We have to agree on a fight. All that shit doesn't matter to me. I just want to fight. Right? That's how it would have been. But it wasn't. So what irks me about reading this article is Frank Warren's trying to cover up for him, like, oh, well, he's very disappointed. Like, how the fuck you know? You didn't talk to him since Monday. So how do you know he's disappointed? And if he is disappointed and you did hear him say that, you should have asked him, why, motherfucker? You're the one that wasted our time, that took us over there to Joshua's people with DAZN, this network that we really don't fuck with, but we did it on your behalf. And then what did we do? You bullshitted us and said, well, it's time fast 5 o'clock. So that's it. So I'm fighting someone else. So first of all, that shouldn't even been anyone else. You shouldn't even been, Manuel Char should have took the back seat until you found out if this shit was legit or not. Because the whole thing is, I doubt if you really wanted to fight somebody, you wouldn't just cut off a date and have a cutoff time if you really wanted to fight. Because the thing to me, I would think, the only reason I would put a cutoff date is if I thought somebody was full of shit. And the more and more that they looked like they were doing or going in the right direction to show me, to call my fucking bluff, why would I be so direct and hell-bent on setting that date if I really wanted that fight? Let's be real, people. Let's stop the bullshit. Tyson Fury did that shit. Up comes fucking Manuel Char like a damn jack-o'-lantern. Fight me, fight to the realest men. All that bullshit. And he knew, where did he come from? He ain't even a fucking champion. Neither is Joshua, but like, come on, WBA, come on, really? You know what I mean? That's like paper champions at this point. That's baby champions at this point. Okay, so where did he come from? Where did he deserve to fight Tyson Fury? But then you say, oh, well, I'm not ready to fight someone like Joyce or anybody like that. But at the end of the day, though, you're shutting down a fight with a potential fight you claim you wanted. It's all smoke screens. And for people that don't want to watch that whack-ass fight with Manuel Char, I'm not mad at you. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren stating that Tyson Fury is very, very disappointed because he didn't get the Anthony Joshua fight. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!